Imagine this, it's evening, you're mentally exhausted, you feel like you've been going non-stop. But when you look back, you haven't actually accomplished much. Your to-do list is still long. You started several tasks but finished none. Sound familiar? This is a classic example of how the Zeigarnik Effect can make your brain feel busy even when you haven't been truly productive. We've all been there. We start the day with good intentions. We plan to tackle big projects and clear our minds. But then life happens. Emails pile up, phone calls interrupt our flow, we get sidetracked by social media or unexpected errands. We start many things but finish few. The result? A brain that feels like a browser with too many tabs open. We feel overwhelmed and anxious even if we haven't actually done that much real work. This is the Zeigarnik Effect in action. It's the reason why unfinished tasks seem to take up more mental space than completed ones. The Zeigarnik Effect is named after Bluma Zeigarnik, a Lithuanian psychologist. In the 1920s, she noticed something interesting while observing waiters in a busy Vienna cafe. The waiters had an incredible ability to remember complex orders, but here's the catch. They could only remember the orders that were still in progress. Once the food was delivered and the bill was paid, the order vanished from their memory. Zeigarnik realized that our brains have a built-in system for keeping track of unfinished tasks. We remember things that require our attention. Once a task is complete, our brains let it go. Zeigarnik's research showed that unfinished tasks create a kind of mental tension. This tension serves as a reminder, urging us to complete the task and achieve a sense of closure. Think of it like a loop playing in the background of your mind. Until you close the loop by finishing the task, it keeps running, consuming mental energy and making you feel busy. The Zeigarnik Effect isn't limited to waiters or complex tasks. It affects us all every day in countless small ways. That email you started drafting but haven't sent, it's on your mind. The book you began but haven't finished, it's lurking in your subconscious. That home improvement project you planned months ago, it's still taking up mental space. These unfinished tasks, no matter how small, create a chorus of mental noise. They compete for our attention, making it harder to focus on the present moment. This is why we can feel busy even when we're not actually doing much. Our brains are busy keeping track of everything we haven't done yet. The good news is that understanding the Zeigarnik Effect can empower us to manage our minds more effectively. Here are a few practical tips. Write it down. Get those nagging tasks out of your head and onto paper or into a trusted task management system. Break it down. Large tasks can be overwhelming. Divide them into smaller, more manageable steps. Set realistic goals. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus on completing a few key tasks each day. Embrace the power of completion. There's a reason why we feel so good when we check things off our lists. It closes the loop and frees up mental space. By understanding how our brains prioritize unfinished tasks, we can work with, not against, our natural tendencies. This will allow us to be more productive, less stressed, and more present in our daily lives.